Robert Thompson-Eshun.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Robert Thompson-Eshun. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my reflections of pharmacy school from a PharmD. Now that I graduated pharmacy school, I think it's a good time to actually reflect upon my entire journey at pharmacy school, as well as the fact that I recently celebrated my 25th birthday. So I think this is a perfect time to just reflect on, my life so far, and then how I'm going to use these things in order to navigate. So let's get right into the video. So the first thing I want to talk about is just the fact that there's so many opportunities for a pharmacist nowadays. There is endless opportunities. One thing I never recognized when I first started pharmacy school was that there's so many other jobs outside of hospital and community. And over the last year and a half, I've been able to actually navigate through different rotations and talk to different people. I recognize there's so many different opportunities in terms of being a nuclear pharmacist, industry pharmacist, specialty pharmacist. The possibilities are endless, and I think it's very important to utilize your skill set as well as your circle of competence in order to navigate where you want to be at in the future of your career. So leave the resource down below to actually help you guys to order to branch out your thinking in terms of what a pharmacist can do. But I wouldn't just stop there. I think it's also important to actually reach out to people outside of these fields as well, because there's so many people that I met. Recently I met a pharmacist in health tech. I met a pharmacist in consulting. It blows your mind that the possibilities, and it's only up to you what you can do, and only you can limit yourself. So I think it's very important to notice that. So the next one is gonna be embrace the journey. I think over time, I keep talking about how hard pharmacy school is, and I think over time you really get to understand how hard it really is, just because you're battling exam after exam, and even when you're on rotation, you're doing research projects, you're doing journal clubs, you're doing moving around to different sites over time. And then you're also helping them and the doctors and then the nurses. You're doing all these different things all at once during school. And I think it's very important, even though when you're actually in it, it's hard to look at all the things you're going through and actually looking at it positively. But I think now that I'm looking back and I had a break off, I was able to really see you don't really know how much you can handle until you actually have to handle it. And I think it's very important, because then it shows me that I can handle a lot of my plate and still be successful in my journey of actually being successful overall. Just being able to accomplish things, starting something, completing it, changing policies, going through P&T meetings, all of that stuff is useful in the future. So just understand that you have a lot of different skill sets, and just the fact that you're able to start something and complete something is an accomplishment in itself. So this next tip is about advice, and I think over time it's very important to get advice from people, just because of the fact that pharmacy is a very, very hard program to go through, and also later on after pharmacy school, it's very important that you understand where you want to go to. So I think it's important to get advice from a lot of different people, but the truth is that there's no one size fits all for advice. Everyone has different professional and personal goals that they want to accomplish, and when you ask someone a question, they're going to basically utilize their answer or based on their own goals. So it's very important you get a lot of different perspectives on your advice from many different people, and also make sure it matches up to your own personal and professional goals, because over time it's very important that you actually go to a place or go to a profession that you actually enjoy, and get to work with people that you actually enjoy as well. So I think it's very important that you constantly keep on getting advice from people, but make sure that advice actually aligns with yourself. This point actually leads up to my next point, which is relationships are so critical. And I think this is something that I talk about in basically every video, but one thing I never regretted in the last year of me really trying really hard for relationships is just making sure your network is very good, because you will never regret having a bad network. And it's very important you have a good network, because these people can be future mentors, friends, and you never know when you're going to rely upon them or need them for something. And also it just helps you access different parts of pharmacy that you never would have accessed. Recently, I had a video about health administration where I was able to rotate around the health system. It's so hard nowadays to actually rotate around the health system like I did, and people find it very strange. And just because of the fact that I had a good network, that I was able to do those things and actually have those experiences. So it's very important you constantly keep doing that along your journey, because you never know what you can actually do until you ask, and you never know until you actually reach out to somebody. So my final point is just going to be never stop learning. Just because of the fact that you finished your doctor of pharmacy degree, I don't think you think it's a pass to just say I'm done. this is just the start of a new chapter. So like now I'm actually working on taking my licensure exam so I can actually practice pharmacy in my community as well as the New York City area. And on top of that, I'm actually learning things outside of pharmacy as well. And I think it's very important that you don't see pharmacy like school as like the end point. This is just the beginning of a new chapter. We're gonna have to constantly keep on learning new things, especially because the world of medicine and pharmacy is gonna constantly keep changing over time. So it's also important to constantly know, like, what are the new trends that are going on, what are the new things that you have to keep on learning about so that you can actually make a great impact on your patients as well as your community. So that's gonna end the video for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. Bye.